Fire Gary Gensler is gaining some traction as we got some new proposals hitting the market. We're also going to talk about the next meme coin. Move to the side, bonk. Move to the side, Pepe. Something nasty's coming for you. And I've got a website to share with you that chronicles all the naughtiness. You want nefarious activities? You found your home. Got a race coming up in 24 hours and I can't even keep liquids down. How the hell am I supposed to be hydrating? Healthman1205 says XRP still won't hit $1 by December 2024. Pizza Man Mep in the house. Gotta love my man Pizza Man Mep. Says, and XLM going back to sucking. Not surprised. Definite laggard. Look, heat map, okay? Let's look at it together, okay? I don't feel good right now. Hopefully you feel good right now. But the heat map is telling us that we've seen some peaks. Okay, BNB pulling back right from their high. Solana's back from their high. Above the 100, which is important. You've got a pullback from ADA. Link, big pullback. There was a big scam that I broke earlier today regarding that. Near protocols pulling back quite a bit. Casper's looking pretty good. TRX, don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pull. But the market right now, away from its peaks, and we're getting super close to BTC ETF action. Bitcoin sitting at 41,985, ETH 2303, BNB at 312, Solana at 103, XRP at 62 cents. No, it's not $1. XLM, like Mep said, isn't doing so hot. It's at 12.8 cents. No, not 12,800, as many people say. That was me singing, everyone. So yeah, that's your market roundup. Oh, Sponge token to be the next bonk. Token to be the next bonk. I told you, I'm sicker than shit. I fever gross. So this is really not cool. I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to freaking race tomorrow. Sponge token be the next bump. Upgraded meme coin reaches one. Shut the fuck up with all this crap, man. It's always going to be this one and then that one, and then the utility bros are going to be out there and be like, oh, crypto, if it's not backed by this or if it doesn't have utility, it's going to go to zero. No, crypto's like gambling, man. You got your PayPays and your bonks and your other memes, and maybe you got M Nasty, and maybe you've got Poo Pee Pee token, and maybe you've got hand job token. Oh, not the naughty one, the handshake token, right? I mean, like, all this kind of stuff. And I bring this up because, like, I think, like, I could, like, do a story about this maybe every day, where I'm like, oh, this token here is freaking awesome, it's changing the world. And you're like, dude, no. Will Gary Gensler survive? 2 Republican House members attempt to oust the SEC chair. Oh, everyone. Fire Gary Gensler. Lawmakers endorse act to oust SEC chair. Holy shit, I'm about to throw up. Oh, fuck. Okay. Potential dismissal looms for the SEC chair Gary Gensler as Congressman Davidson and Majority Whip Emmer intensify scrutiny of his actions. Warren Davidson and Emmer have been 2 very, very strong crypto supporters. And we've been watching on the live stream for a while. And we've been watching these 2 gentlemen really go after Gary. And they've got some really good points. And I don't think any of us can argue out there that Gensler, he's just not doing this the right way. Okay, there's the right way and the wrong way. And this is not it. In a tweet on December 28th, Majority Whip Tom Emmer announced his endorsement for the SEC Stabilization Act by Congressman Warren Davidson. Davidson's Stabilization Act, proposed in June 2023, aims to address the perceived shortcomings and corruption with the SEC. Lawmakers asserted that U.S. capital markets must be protected from a tyrannical chairman, including the current one, and initiated a Fire Gary Gensler campaign on Twitter. As always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, will be linked in the description below. Warren Davidson's got a little tweet. 2024 would be a great time to fire Gary Gensler, pass the SEC Stabilization Act, and hold the SEC accountable for corruption, and end the accredited investor rule that protects deal flow to the donor class. Ooh, very nice. Got a problem, though, with you, Warren, and actually it's not a problem with Warren, it's just a problem with the political landscape. Guess what? It ain't going to be done in 2024, so even though Warren Davidson says 2024 would be a great time to fire Gary Gensler, pass the SEC Stabilization Act, ain't going to happen, girlfriend. Why? Because the other side of the aisle likes Gary Gensler. We saw Maxine Waters, and we saw, you know, the likes of the Shermanator out there, circle jerking and giving Gary G some support, right? They're like, yo, if we could suck on Gary G's teats, we would do it. Seriously, it was really, really gross. So the Democrats are big supporters. In fact, Biden administration is the one who put Gensler into his position. So with the House right now being controlled by the Republicans, okay, cool. You could say all you want. We want to fire Gary Gensler. Oh, we're going to change the SEC. We're going to... Yeah. But any bill that the House passes is going to get killed in the the Democratic-led Senate. And of course, Democratic El Presidente ain't going to go along with that because it's got to get proved between the House and the Senate first before it goes to El Presidente. So Warren's got a point, and I'm all about the whole fire Gary Gensler thing, but dude, it ain't going to happen. Like, it's not going to happen, and it's not me being negative, but guess what, everyone? They're getting ready to fire up for elections. And there ain't no way the Democrats are going to give up the power and control that they got with Gensler. You've even seen it on the live streams. They're like, yo, why are we talking about climate control? Why are we talking about giving declarations for climate stuff? It's seriously not going to happen. All right, I wanted to share this with you, okay? We talk about crypto, Web3 adoption and all this, and I get the idea of being bullish and all that. But there was a story that came out earlier, and it had to do with Stuart Alderati saying how, like, no one really fears the SEC anymore. And, like, I don't like hearing that because it's the furthest thing from the truth. Not every company out there has got, like, Ripple bags, right, that they can fight the SEC with. But I'm going to read you just a little short blurb here, and it has to deal with the SEC. New SEC filings have revealed that Digital Currency Group CEO Barry Silbert and President Mark Murphy have resigned from the board of Grayscale Investments, the organization behind the Bitcoin Trust and subsidiary of Digital Currency Group. Grayscale is in the midst of an application process with the SEC for approval to convert the trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF. This has been an ongoing effort. Here's the thing. DCG, meanwhile, is in the middle of a financial difficulties and ongoing legal battles, including a lawsuit from the New York Attorney General alleging $1 billion fraud. The lawsuit from the New York Attorney General also names Silbert personally. So obviously, they're going to have him resign, right? Because they want to get some SEC approval. So yeah, Gary's got quite a bit of clout. And part of the problem that I have with Gary and the whole fire Gary thing is you're right. I don't believe one person should have this power. I think the head of the SEC, along with the CFTC, should be a panel, like a 5-7 person panel, something like that, okay? Because one person should not have the power. Because some of the stuff, it comes down to beliefs, right? I mean, it really does. Like, how do you view crypto, right, as a security? Because, honestly, there's no new laws. And if we're going to apply old laws to it, it doesn't really fit. As technology changes, the laws should change, all right? That's why Europe is making new laws and stuff like that. Because they realize the technology is different. But you got Gary over here, and Gary's got a total hard-on for crypto, and he's not going to be stopped. And you got Davidson, you got Emmer over here, and they're like, yo, we want to take this guy down, but we know it's not going to happen. And Gary's like, look, crypto Web3, it's littered with securities violations, it's littered with scams, it's littered with a whole bunch of junk. And he's true, right? He's true. Now, how he does it is wrong, and that's why he loses a lot of support. There are a lot of scams in crypto. There is a lot of junk in crypto, and that's what this website here is all about. Web3 is doing great. Telecoin, exploited for $1.25 million. Tether mints itself $1 billion. Must be nice to write yourself a $1 billion check. Megabot exit scams. Defunct Barn Bridge reaches a $1.7 million settlement with the SEC. Well, why? Because the SEC still has power, okay? What about this? Credo dump CEO raises emergency financing after burning through their funding. New wallet drainer steals almost $60 million in 9 months. Ori Bridge hacked for over $1 million. Top tier NFTs stolen in trader hack. Safe moon files. I mean, like, the landscape of crypto Web3 is definitely a mess. We need a better leader than Gensler at the SEC to work with these companies. But it's not going to happen with the proposal that you're seeing with Davidson and Emmer. We just don't have the support in the Senate, and you certainly don't have the support in the El Presidente spot. So, I mean, cool, fire Gary Gensler, and, you could bang the drums and blow the horns and all that stuff, but you don't have the votes to make it happen. You don't even have the votes to make stablecoin legislation happen here in the United States. And I also want to add that the stablecoin UST was declared a security via summary judgment ruling. Yeah, I broke that story earlier today. I'm going to have that linked at the video along with my other channel, the gold and silver one. That's where we're going to start doing all the gold and silver stuff. But the whole thing with Gensler and fire him is a big problem with power because each side of the aisle has kind of their own agenda, right? And there's no way that this side of the aisle is going to give up Gary Gensler power and then give more power to this side of the aisle. It's just not going to happen. And we've got, oh, you can hear me wheezing. Whew, that's going to be good to run an ultramarathon wheezing like this. And then here's the big problem. You have not only the two sides that don't get along, you've got Gensler over here just wrecking his way through crypto. All right. And not only is he wrecking his way through crypto, he just keeps going and going and going, and he's not getting reeled in. Meanwhile, you do have a whole bunch of scams, schemes, hacks, and all that stuff. You do have a whole bunch of problems over here with stable coins running into some issues. USDT, money printer go burr. Hey, let's just mint ourselves $1 billion and just say, fuck it, right? I mean, come on now. So you got that. You got Luna UST declared a security. So now you got stable coins being declared as securities. Meanwhile, Congress member was supposed to be acting and doing stuff regarding stablecoin legislation in 2023. In fact, I can go even further back, and I could tell you about Stellar and Donnell Dixon and all them saying, oh, we're working with the CFTC for stablecoin regs in 2023. Well, that didn't happen, girlfriend. And it's not going to happen, and it's not going to happen until the election stuff is over and you get a change. Yeah, you definitely need a change because the Democrats are not pro-crypto. Now, it's not to say that all Democrats are not, pro-crypto, but let's be real here. The majority of them aren't. And when you see the voting happen in the United States, it's kind of aisle by aisle, right? I mean, this side of the aisle votes with this group, this side of the aisle votes with that group. And that's how it goes. In less than a day, I'm supposed to be running an ultra marathon, and I can't even keep food down or in. How that is going to work, I frankly don't know. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can about it, maybe throw in a little bit of humor, but it's frustrating because the hay is in the barn and the barn is on fire. See, I made that joke just to make myself feel better. Now, like I said, there's a video and my other channel I want to share with you. That sounds right. Check it out. Gold and silver program, along with Alderati saying, hey, we don't have to worry about the SEC. But wait a minute. Didn't I just talk about another company, Barnbridge Dow, that settled with the SEC? Yep, I'm reading it right now. Defunct Barnbridge reaches $1.7 million with the SEC. Check it out, everyone. Catch you cool cats. Later.